Hey, here's Andy. Hello there, folks. Bad hair day this morning. I've ridiculously shattered this morning because of how hot it is outside. So I've not kind of sorted my hair out or anything yet. This is kind of just like a response to a conversation I had with Mr. Ted. About my anxiety video and kind of like what happens when I come around from an anxiety attack and stuff. The first thing I'd like to mention is that my attacks are usually a lot worse than the one I had that day. So I've had them to the point where I almost can't move because I'm that just exhausted from it. I've collapsed numerous times. Yeah. Whenever I leave the flat, and as thingy as this sounds, I can't leave the flat without my brother and my mother, because I would pretty much collapse straight away, both mentally and physically. Excuse me for the camera shaking, I'm just holding the camera myself. But like the basics of it is, my anxiety is chronic in so many different ways. But having said that, it is a very, very, very slow process, but I am slowly adjusting. It's been gone 6 months now since this started, and I went from having around 8 or 9 attacks a day, and I could barely move because I was just that shattered from it all. I had chest problems and stuff as well. But I've gone from that, with like counselling help and like medication and stuff as well. I now have barely any untriggered attacks, which is where most of the attacks came from. And it's good to kind of at least have some semblance of normality, I guess you could call it, where I can do things without having an attack every like half an hour or so. But yeah, when I do like come around, as it were, as Mr. Ted said, from an attack, I'm left very disoriented, like considerably disoriented. My balance, it does not exist. I can't stand or anything when that happens. I get very dizzy, very lightheaded, but I usually do these days anyway because of like the medication and stuff. But my stammer is usually the longest lasting symptom out of it all, because I have to like mentally come down from it. But yeah, I get left very drained. Most of the time I have to like lie down or something from it. As I said, I can't be stood up or walking around or anything like that when it happens. It's very debilitating. It is very debilitating, but I've had to learn to take like really mini micro steps to kind of desensitize, and I'm nowhere near even started yet, I don't think. It's like the first thing, I have to like take a good long while now, and I haven't adjusted to it yet. I'm still in the process of adjusting in the first stages of it, adjusting to kind of having the front door open that worries me. Excuse me. That worries me quite a lot. I gotta think about it a lot. Excuse me. I gotta think about it and desensitize to the point where I can think about it, like focus, you know. But it's stopped me from talking to many of my friends, and it's not a problem with them, not at all. I just can't seem to communicate that well, because socially I worry so much I could have a negative effect directly or indirectly. And not to say that I'm a negative person, I mean, like, without meaning to, like, accidental type stuff, you know. And so that makes it pretty tough. But yeah, that's kind of what happens with my anxiety attacks and stuff. But fear not, though. Like I said, it's not a direct kind of reflection on anyone if I do have an attack. It's just my train of thought just kind of whirring around. Yeah. There's nothing else I can say, really. But yeah, that's me and my anxiety, how it's working at the minute. I do thank you all for your support, folks. It has been much appreciated. It was really nerve-wracking to do that anxiety video, but I wanted to, like, give you full transparency to kind of just show you, yes, this explains, like, say if I don't put videos up for a certain time, or I don't reply that well, or anything like that, you know. So yeah, hope you have a good day, folks. See ya.